Hey guys, today I'm going to be telling you about my journey of yo-yoing. Is that how I pronounce it or something? Plus how to do some of the tricks that I learned. Now, it all begins on Christmas. This past year, Christmas. My dad and my mom got each of us kids, yo-yos. The big kids got butterfly yo-yos, this kind, and me and my younger sister got imperial yo-yos, which is like the round ones. Now, I didn't really know how to use it. I wasn't adjusted to the height of it, so I progressed, and thanks to my dad, he knows how to do yo-yoing because it was like the big thing back then, and he taught me most of the things. So I learned how to put a yo-yo on, like this slip knot thingy, how to just go up and down, and that kind of stuff. And each time I did it, I got better and better. And when I started out, I needed to stand on something because I still wasn't used to the rope. So side note, I'm using my sister's, my older sister's one. It is a butterfly kind because I back to the video. Then I learned like how to do this kind of thing. It's not a trick, but it is kind of cool. Like it doesn't have a name, this thing. And I just progressed from there. I also learned how to do a trick that is do it when the yo-yo is not spinning. To get it spinning, to wind it back up, all I do is spin the bottom, and then I can catch it, bring it back. I learned that pretty easy. And then I also learned shoot the moon, which that shoots the moon. Still, sometimes I don't catch it, but I can. And then finally, I learned how to do the sleeper, but I'm still really not good at it. But then, on Wednesday this week, I got a upgraded yo-yo. From this to this. This is a normal yo-yo. This is a bearing yo-yo. And what this does, it makes it so I can basically hold the sleeper without even trying to do anything. If you want to see how, I will show you. And I'm not doing anything other than just throwing it down and bringing it back up. But usually the bearing yo-yos, I'm pretty sure, like usually, I think, are where they will go down, but then you can't bring them up. So I need to learn how to do that. But getting this yo-yo came with some better things. Like I can easily now do walk the dog. I can now do baby in the cradle. But I can also do a bind. The bind is where if you have a yo-yo, like my dad's, he can throw down, spin it, do tricks, but he can't bring it back up like how I do. He can't do that. Though these kind of yo-yos are called unresponsive yo-yos, where you have to do a certain trick, which is called a bind. There can be many different kinds of binds. I only know one, which is where you go like this, grab, put, and it brings it back up. There are some downsides to this, and that's the latest trick I've learned. Now, it's time for me to teach you how to do some of the tricks that came with this, and some of the tricks that I learned just from the other bear. the non-bearing yo-yo. First trick is the no-name one, where it goes like this. Wait, no, it's harder with this one, so I'm gonna do this one. I'm using this one because that one is harder with this, because it stalls, or does the sleeper, where it's this. And basically turns and goes again. Sometimes it can spin out like that, but you'll just have to wind it back up. And how you do this trick is hold it, go down, but when it's coming back up, don't catch it, but flip your hand over, and it will go over with your hand. Now, it might spin out. That's really all the trick, but it might spin out when you're bringing it back up, which is okay, because I'm going to teach you how to make it so it's really easy to get it back up. So all you got to do is, it might take some practice, but all you got to do is put your fingers like this on the yo-yo part, and then pull down, and it will spin the yo-yo. But you got to do it hard, so then you can actually get it going and bring it back up. Like this. It's pretty easy. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do one of the harder tricks after you learn the sleeper. I would suggest going to another video for a sleeper, because it's hard not to do it with this bearing one. Now, to do the walk the dog, which is this, you got to go like this, and then just bring back up. It's really easy. How you do it is you got to get it to sleep, and then put it on the ground, and it rolls. But then you got to bring it back up. But for a unresponsive yo-yo, you have to learn how to do the bind. So the bind is where you go down, throw it down while it's spinning. Wait, give me 1 sec. Sorry. While it's spinning, I'm just going to do it without it spinning, because that will be easier. While it's spinning, you grab it like this, and then you put it, instead of on this side, whatever way it's spinning, you don't want to put it on the side towards you, but the side away from you. And then like this, and then it should look like this, and basically pull it so your hands go from this to this. So it should look something like this. Now, there are some difficulties with this, where this, I'm going to call it the tail, or if I just bring it back up, the part where, like this part, I'm going to call it the tail. Now, that part, if you give it too much, it will make it so there's like leftover tail in after your yo-yo has wound up. But to fix that, you just make it so there's about even of the string and then of the tail, and then just go like this and just pull it like that. That will make your yo-yo bind and make it come back up if you have an unresponsive yo-yo. Okay, time for a different trick, where it's called Baby in the Cradle, where I'm going to also show you how to do it without the yo-yo actually spinning. So it's kind of like where you're going into you grab it like a bind, but then you grab this again before the yo-yo, and then pull it like this, so then it kind of looks like a triangle shape with the yo-yo dangling. Then you want to just rock it back and forth, drop it, and bring it back up. So now it's going to look like, oh my goodness. Now it's going to look like this. I may or may not do it. It's going to be hard not to catch it like that. Stop spinning. That's your big thing. You want to get it so it's spinning good. Yeah. The thing with the baby in the cradle is that it's really, really hard. Or kinda. Because what you want to do is you want to try and get it so it's not touching any of the other strings, or else it's going to go like that and just stop spinning. And then you won't be able to bring it back up afterwards. Okay, so then if that happens, you want to throw it hard. Like really hard. I mean hard. Like this or something. And then bring it back up. Okay, well, now you know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new tricks for your yo-yo.